Hello traders, join us in this video as we discuss the various aspects of oil trading, the determinants of its price, and also how traders can trade oil profitably. The first critical aspect about oil to mention is that it is a commodity that is essential for efficient functioning of the world. Also, due to its physical nature, its value or price is deeply influenced by forces of supply and demand. Typically, when there is an abundance of oil, its value tends to decrease while its value tends to rise when it's scarce. The primary factor in determining oil demand is global growth and robust economies, which tend to drive up the need for oil. Typically, in periods of economic strength, there is a higher likelihood of infrastructure development and increased exportation of goods, both of which play a significant role in enhancing more usage of oil. Conversely, during global recessions and declines, demand for oil typically goes down or decreases, and this is because in recessionary times there is a reduction in usage of planes, ships, and cars, which leads to a decrease in fuel consumption. Also, another critical aspect to consider is that if oil producers ramp up production, oil prices will decline. Oil is primarily produced in select regions worldwide, granting significant power to oil suppliers in the global market. When producers increase production, they hold the capability to drive down the prices of oil. Conversely, if oil producers decrease production, oil prices will rise. They can also influence oil prices upward by limiting its production. We witnessed this in 2023 when Russia and Saudi Arabia restricted their oil exports, leading up to a surge in the prices of oil. Additionally, if global supply lines face interruptions, oil prices will escalate. External factors such as disruptions to supply lines, as seen in 2020 when many were unable to commute to work, often lead to increased demand surpassing supply and thereby causing a price inflation or inflation in oil prices. Traders must take note of geopolitical risks. This encompasses factors that can alter the dynamics of how nations engage with each other. Consequently, they can influence trade relations and diplomatic ties among countries. Such factors often sway market sentiment and can impact nations' GDP or the GDP of various nations. Depending on the nature of such conflict, certain markets may either face adversity while there are other markets that may flourish. In the world, there are leading oil producers which include Saudi Arabia, Russia, Canada, Iraq, and Norway. OPEC is a body that is tasked with coordinating and harmonizing petroleum policies among its member countries so as to ensure equitable and stable prices for petroleum producers. This organization owns significant sway over the oil market. Also, wars and conflict between countries also exert a substantial influence on oil prices, so traders must take note of this. Typically, conflicts involving major oil producers can disrupt the supply chain and consequently affect the price of oil. Finally, market speculation and sentiment can also play a significant role in influencing the price of oil in numerous ways. If market participants anticipate a decrease in oil demand, prices of oil tend to decline, while when markets anticipate an increase in oil demand, prices may tend to rise. Also, traders should take note of central banks and interest rates, which usually play a crucial role in market speculation. Rising interest rates can heighten the probability of a recession, and as we discussed earlier, during recessionary periods, the prices of oil often tend to decrease. When it comes to trading oil, it is recommendable to follow trend or to deploy trend following strategy. Additionally, traders should lean towards renting the space rather than owning it. It is paramount to note that at the moment, oil's dominance in the world is finite, though this is subject to change as other renewable sources of energy are being created. What we are saying is that the best strategy to trade oil is to follow the trend than to trade against the trend, because oil often tends to assume a certain dimension depending on the forces of supply and demand, which you have seen that are impacted by numerous factors that we have discussed. There are numerous traders who trade oil, and perhaps one of the best times to trade oil is during significant events that seem to impact its supply and demand. Some of such events that we have seen in the recent years include COVID-19 and the war between Russia and Ukraine. During such events, bullish trends yielded great profits. On the other hand, bearish positions on oil are likely to yield great profits during times of recession. Thank you for watching. Let us interact again in our next trading video.